Peace and blessings, this medicine man. Once again, I wanted to elaborate today with you guys, and I hope everybody is feeling well and feeling good. For the most part, I am. Nothing but blessings going out. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day for us to get in tune with the proper energies and everything. And I think today is a good day for us to build. You know what I mean? To really build on a lot of things. And one of the main things and main subject matters that's been on the table for a lot of people, they've been discussing, and I think a lot of people don't understand about the ancestors and ancestral spirits. I'm going to give you guys a brief understanding. And when I say a brief understanding, it's brief because in depth, there are many levels. There are many levels that many people would have to go through. And yeah, my phone is being mailed to me. Unfortunately, I left my phone out of town, my work phone. And so everybody would have to email me until I get that phone either today or tomorrow, because I've been out of town and I mysteriously left my phone out of town, and I got to get it back through mail. So I'll have my work phone today, and I got to give everybody a call, most definitely. So I'll be calling you soon, Queen Love. But what I was talking about the ancestors in comparison to and working with ancestral spirits. The ancestors, when we work with our ancestors, because there's levels to this thing, definite levels, okay? The levels that we go through to deal and work with our ancestors, it has to be calculated, that's one. And we got to know what we're doing. For example, if you're going to do some hexing work, would you send your ancestors to do hexing work? Now, there are many people that's going to say, yeah, I'm going to send my ancestors to fuck somebody up. Okay. But now, what ancestors are you using? You're going to send your granny, your grandfather's spirit? Are you going to send your dead cousin's spirit who was shot down in the street? Or are you going to send an ancestral spirit? Now, here's how it works. When you call your ancestors is part of a collective, okay? Within that collective are other beings, other spirits, okay? So calling your ancestors is just opening the door for you to communicate with ancestral spirits, which are the spirits that are in your bloodline, because not all spirits are in everybody's bloodline. Haitian voodoo might not be in your bloodline. You might need to go to Africa and get the voodoo from Benin and Togo, because those spirits are in your bloodline. You see? So when you understand your bloodline, then you will understand your ancestral spirits that walk with you. You understand the ancestral spirits that you can connect to easily, instead of jumping claiming, oh, I'm Oshun, oh, I'm Legba, I'm Lucero, you don't claim it. You find out what's in your ancestral bloodline. And you have to make specific ancestral connections with your ancestors. And they will show you what ancestral spirits are in your bloodline. So as you work with your ancestors, you also be calling on the power of the ancestral spirits that walk in your bloodline. There are levels. You have your ancestors who are the newly deceased ancestors, the ones who've been dead 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Then you have ancestral spirits. Now I'm going to tell you, you have ancestral spirits, some that are human, and some, well, you know, you have some ancestral spirits that are not human. Okay? You have some ancestors that are not human. They never made it here. They never came here, but they're your ancestors. You see? And only by in-depth spiritual communication can you find these things out and answer those questions for yourself and your spiritual destiny. So when I hear people say, well, they can do work on a person or do work on a person's ancestors, I'm wondering if they really understand what's going on. Because within the ancestral collective, like I said earlier, there are ancestors and there are ancestral spirits. We, for the most part, we connect with our ancestors. And we are on the path of finding out who our ancestral spirits are or what they are. And this is part of our spiritual development, when we find out what these spiritual forces are or spiritual beings are. We get in communication with them, and we enhance our higher intelligences through allowing them to bring down that information to us and also to effect change in nature. So that's the real, in a nutshell. Trust me, what I just said is just very much surface. Very, very much surface. Because once again, there is levels to this. And in every level, on every level, there's more to be ascertained in reference to the ancestors and your ancestral collective. You see, it starts with you. It goes back from you to your mother, your father, your grandparents, and it goes back. But then it goes back. You have to remember, we ancient. We ancient. Last time I checked, I was ancient. The last time I checked, y'all ancient too. So being ancient the way we are, we have to understand that our bloodline lineage is just blood. Now, what precedes blood? Spirit force. Call it what you want to call it. Ashi, Sombra, Wanga, Chi. Call it what you want to call it. But that force precedes blood. So when our bloodline ancestors, the ones we connected through to familial, connections, when they go into the spirit realm, they connect with those spirits that are part of the collective that never made it into existence. And this is the reason why you having babies. This is the reason why you having children. Okay? Because there are so many spirits that ain't even came into existence yet that we communicate with as spiritualists, as mediums, as psychics. You see? Now, if you're telling me you send a spirit to attack my ancestors and you thinking you just attacking my granny or my granddaddy or my dead cousin, then you're wrong. Because they are connected to spiritual forces and entities that ain't even made it here yet and probably ain't and won't make it here. Because it's not in their destiny to come here. You see? Imagine that. Peace, this medicine man, once again. I want y'all to accept that information. Process it. Just bring it in, process it, and understand that your ancestors is bigger than even your bloodline, even your relatives. You know what I mean? We'll get to that soon. Peace. Y'all be good.